y'all, it's Tanya. Hey good peeps, how you doing? It's the start of a new week. Everything is good, life is good, it's sunny, it's warming up where I am. And you know, I talked about living in the tundra because it was cold, but now it is so much better. It's sunny, I'm smiling, I sound much better. Anyway, you know, it's the start of a new week, and one of the things I always think about at the beginning of each week is, what do I want to see accomplished by the end of that week, right? What is my goal for the entire week that I'm going to hold on to for the entire week? And I was reading something somewhere, and this person asked about the desires that you have. And are they really desires that are sincerely yours, or are they desires that you are picking up from other sources, like from people you're watching news? You know, I remember thinking at one point that when we watched the lifestyles of the rich and famous, that's when most of us became really discontented with our lives, because we began watching lifestyles that didn't reflect where we might be or where we might be living at that time. But in the process of thinking about that, even now, so many of us are watching things that show us lifestyles that don't necessarily reflect who we are, or that don't really live up to what we want to live up to. But we feel like in some cases we have to do these things because it's what we see. And we feel like we'll be accepted or acceptable once we do what we see being done, as opposed to doing something that really, really, really speaks to us. Now, the other thing about this, and so the question is, are you wanting something? Are your desires really yours? Are they genuine and they fit who you are? Because the other piece of this is, it might be that you really are looking at upgrading, upgrading your life, upgrading your lifestyle. Depends on who you are, depends on what you're trying to accomplish. And it might be that you have to take steps. You can do this thing, but you have to do it gradually. Because along the way of doing this upgrade, you have to look at and think about, do your beliefs actually align with this upgrade that you say you want to accomplish? Because the truth of the matter is, if your beliefs don't align, your body, your subconscious mind is going to rebel against everything that you say that you want. So there is value in going slower towards accomplishing those things, because as you begin to make a shift, right, and you say, this is really what I want, and you get close to it and you go slower at it, you kind of look at what it takes to actually allow your mind to accept and to believe that you can have this thing, and that you can have it the way that you want it, and that it's available for you, and yes, you're worthy of it, and yes, you deserve it if that's what you really, really want. As you begin to approach it, you're going to have to there's going to have to be some growth around that particular idea, whatever it is. I mean, really, whatever it is, there has to be some mindset shifting around it. And you're going to have to look at the beliefs that have held you to where you are right now. And so your belief system may be contrary to what you say you want. And the truth is, that's okay, because the reality is, it takes you really looking at what you say you want, and looking at what is required for you to get there. And then you can make some adjustments and shifts in what you're doing now, and what you believe right now, and how you operate, just in terms of how you're operating, how you're thinking, how you are showing up in the world. And as you begin to make those shifts and you become more comfortable with the thought of really, really having this thing that you say you want, you get closer and closer and closer to it, until you begin to embody what this thing is that you say you want. And before you know it, boom, there you have it. It seems like magic. And for some people, you hear a lot of things right now about manifesting and all of this. The truth is, what you say you want is available to you right now. It is. It's available. But typically it's a mental process. And we have to get there to the point where we have those things that we say that we have. I've worked with clients who will tell me they want their business to be a certain way. They want to do some things. They want to make this kind of money. They want to have this kind of impact. They want to actually transform the lives. They want to have legacy. but their mindset is not quite there yet. And what is required, particularly with work that I do with people, it's not just about developing a strategy in order for someone to get there, but it's also about making sure their mindset